Right. Online students, can you all hear me? Am I audible to you all? Right. New exercise book, write down a very big heading, new chapter. Job costing, batch costing, process costing. A very big heading, a new chapter. Job costing, batch costing, process costing. Right. Actually, students, there are different costing methods. There are two types of costing methods commonly used in the traditional management account. If you go to a workplace nowadays, let's take you guys are migrating to US, UK, right? Middle East even, right? And if you work as a management accountant, you won't find out these things. So what you are studying in the foundation level management accounting, there's a huge gap between the reality and these models. Why we are studying these models then? To identify the loopholes. You should know what it is, and you should know why it is not suitable in the conventional traditional system. It is suitable in this modern contemporary world. Why it is not suitable? The main reason is uncertainty, volatility. Right? The environment is certain or uncertain? Uncertain. Environment is highly uncertain. Right? Yesterday, I think a lot how I am going to take the money from India to Sri Lanka. Right? I'm keep on thinking. Right? Whether through the bank, or if through the bank we need to get the approval, and I need to pay the payments like 10 to 15% I need to pay for bank charges. Right? So I keep on thinking. Today morning I'm getting a news that Indian and Sri Lankan government signed an MOU, and they come to an agreement saying that dollars means the maximum limit is 5,000. You all know in every airport the maximum limit is 5,000, but you can carry INR up to $10,000, which means up to 8 lakhs INR you can take without any issues. You got me? I know what I'm saying, right? But this information, this decision is not available yesterday. So as a result of this, what India is trying to do is what European Union is doing in Europe, where single currency everywhere you can use, right? Euro. Likewise, India is trying to kind of implementing INR in the South Asian region. For Sri Lankans, it's easy for them, right, to do trade with India rather than importing from the outside. So the dependence of the US dollar is reduced when we both countries ready to exchange INR. Right. Sri Lanka can't ask India to use LKR. Which one is a dominating currency in the South Asian region? SAARC INR. Right. So if the SAARC countries, if everyone join together and everyone come to a conclusion and make it INR as a, or else no need INR, make it a common currency for SAARC, how much of value, how much of synergy added? You got my point what I'm saying? At least INR means there are so many issues, no? Right? Within the SAARC country also problem, no? So let's come to a common currency then. It's good, fine, right? So Maldives is doing the same. If you go to Maldives, rupiah you can't find anywhere. Dollars. They make dollar as their local currency most of the time. Even if you go to a market, roadside shop, you can buy things by paying dollar. What I'm trying to tell you is, market is like that. Your pestle analysis, did you study something called pestle analysis? Every element in the pestle analysis, every element in the SWOT analysis, subject to change day by day. Your legal environment is changing every minute. Your technological environment is changing every second. Your ecological environment is changing every day. Your economical environment is also subject to change. In this type of volatile environment, all these standardized practices are not suitable. Then why we are studying? Because we need to understand the basics. Then only we can criticize those things. Then only we can do research to find out new way which is suitable in the modern organization. There is a huge knowledge gap. You know the term knowledge gap? Empirical gap, performance gap. If you know these three gaps, you can do research. When there is a knowledge gap, that can be filled by research. I'm doing a research. Yes, this traditional absorption system is not suitable for the modern organization. If I'm doing pricing using the traditional absorption system, full cost approach, that is overpriced. Where I'm Geo, let's say I'm Geo, right? I am deciding a price, whereas the other Airtel price less than me. So my price is not competitive. I cannot survive in the market. Sometimes I may be overpriced. Sometimes I may be underpriced. Even underpriced is a going concern problem. Oversized, again going concern, overpriced means again going concern problem because I lose the market. The technique what already have sometimes may not be suitable. I need to find out new techniques. I need to find out new costing methods. There is a huge knowledge gap. Understood? So here, first of all, you should know that, because when you are doing PM, performance management, you're going to criticize these things and you'll come up with new principles. Did you study something called, did you heard something called target costing, throughput accounting, ABC costing, activity-based costing, life cycle costing? There are different costing methods we use nowadays. There are, it's in the P5, F5. Here it's there, just an introduction. I'm not going to do sums, just an introduction only. But you will do in detail, you will do when you are doing performance management. Right? Life cycle, organization life cycle will decide the cost students. All those things are not decided by this traditional method. Let's take, for example, Madhi, your father's shop, departmental store. Now business is increasing because COVID, no one is going to buy from the outside. Online delivery is also not available, lockdown. Massive advantage for you all, yes or no? Everyone will come to departmental stores. I never bought a departmental store nearby my house. Why? Always I buy things bulk. For 1 month I need, I'll go to the wholesale shop, I'll buy 50 kg rice, 30 kg sugar, like that. I'll take everything and I'll keep. That is my practice. But when lockdown comes, always go to the departmental store. That fellow also know, this fellow coming because of this only, and for others it is 80 rupees, let's say 80 rupees, for me 85 rupees. Yes or no? There are business opportunities because of COVID, certain people. Let's say your father's business is expanded. Now departmental store become a supermarket. The supermarket become multiple branches, bigger organization. Organization from the growth stage, now it's reached to maturity stage. There is a cost advantage. You can't do costing as earlier what you did in the early stages. Now economies of scale is there. No need to go behind the supplier. Suppliers will come behind him, his father. Yes or no? Because organization is at maturity stage. Everyone will come behind you. You will decide the price. Okay, I'll take milk from you, but I need at this price. This much a discount I need. His father can ask. Because the organization is at maturity stage. Where all other competitors can't do that. There is a cost advantage in the life cycle. When the organization is bankrupt, declining stage, now his father can't do that. Again, competitive disadvantage will come. All these things need to be considered, right? So that's what the modern organization, highly volatile, we use different techniques. But here what I am teaching is traditional costing method. Right? While I am teaching, I am telling this is not useful in the modern organization. Clear? Right. Because otherwise, when you join with the organization as a cost accountant or management accountant, you will ask, Sir told these cost method, but we didn't practice those things. You will never practice. Even in your schools or else college, you might study day book, sales day book, purchase day book, ledgers. Did you? You didn't study. But you won't see those things. You won't do those work in organizations. Now everything is systemized. Everything is systemized. Even the source document is also not required. Why? Direct data capturing. Reality is different and what you are studying is different. Why you are studying those things? To criticize it. To identify the knowledge gap. Through that you can add value. You can create knowledge to the existing knowledge. That is the reason of education. Right. That's why again I'm always when I'm teaching I'm telling China cannot beat US. Because they know how to produce. But they didn't find a way to fill the knowledge gap. The research universities should do research that result invention, that result innovation. Then only the production comes. You got my point I'm saying? COVID, vaccine, simple thing. You got my point? Everyone go behind the Pfizer and Moderna. Yes or no? Yes or no? India they produce, so India not taking those things from the outside, but all around the world the people prefer Pfizer and what? Moderna. No one prefer Sinopharm. You know China's one. Why? See the trust. It's such a largest organization. See the trust. Even in Sri Lanka, India also have some vaccines, right? What is the name? Covax, COVID. Only Pfizer and Moderna. People prefer that. When the government try to put Sinopharm, no one is ready to take the dose. No one is ready. Free of charge. Huh? Entire vaccine is free in Sri Lanka. All 3 dosage is free. Free of charge. He also free of charge, right? No need to pay. Free of charge. For everyone free of charge. No one ready to take. Then government decides, no point of taking this. Need to take Pfizer or Moderna. Even myself, I took first through 2 vaccines Moderna. The last vaccine is Pfizer. Can China beat US? Because of what? Knowledge gap. Why we are doing all these things? To identify that. Right. So through education, productive changes can happen. Okay. So now let's move to the costing methods, which is more traditional. One is specific order costing. One is specific order costing. This is one of the costing method. 2 is continuous costing. 2 is continuous costing. So if I take specific order costing, that is further divided into 2, job costing, batch costing. Write it down. Continuous costing, it is process costing. So specific order costing, job costing and batch costing, and continuous costing, process costing. Copy this flow chart. Right. Now let's look at what is job costing and what is batch costing. So today we're going to discuss these 2 only, job and batch. Right? Tomorrow I am starting process costing, which is very, very important. Right? If you miss one day, you cannot follow it up because it's a continuation. Okay? And T accounts, always T formats, it takes time. Okay? So, and it is complicated to some extent. So while I'm explaining, you should concentrate more. Right? Initially when I'm starting, it is easy. But when I'm going with work in progress and all, little difficult. Right? Therefore, don't miss class. Be on time and don't miss class. If you missed, watch the recording and attend the next class. Clear? Now concentrate. What is job costing? It's a part of specific order costing. Job costing means the requirement is decided by the customer. And every product is a single job. For example, if I am going to build house, How many of you are living in your own house? Not in Bangalore, wherever you are from, right? Even Tamil Nadu, where own house, right? Own house.
Rent.
Rent. You don't have own house.
Building.
Building. Okay. Yeah, you have own house. Own house. Own house. Own house. Who built? Father or grandfather? Builders only. That's correct. My question is whether it's your father or father's father. Father. Everyone's father. Sugi, grandfather. Father. Normal. So you have abnormal father also. No, right? Okay, leave it. Now concentrate. The best one, you all are building house, right? Who decide the requirements? Engineer will design. Who will decide the requirement? Father and mother, right? And sometimes you guys also give the inputs. I need swimming pool here, right? I need kitchen like this. Mother, she will tell nicely, okay, I need kitchen like a ground, right? So this much of pantry. Like that, the requirement is decided by you all. And that requirement goes to the builder. Builder will build. Okay. The same way, he won't build another house. Yes or no? That is what called job. The requirement comes from the customer, and then the particular producer, supplier, he will accept that particular order. We call that as job. And he process based on your requirement, and each and every work is unique. Each and every work is unique. Understood? So I told you in my house, it's a very big house, right? Almost 19 people are there, right? More than 12 rooms. Okay. Now, actually, it's an old house, right? We are trying to repair, but the problem is, if I want to, let's take rebuild it, right? I need to vacate that place, right? How I'm going to vacate, and how I'm going to take entire 19 people to another place. I couldn't find a place like that. Right? Minimum I need 12 to 13 rooms. You can find any houses with 13, 14 rooms? Entire building I should rent it out. Okay. That is also a problem. Why? 50% more than 50 years. I need a house with a single floor. Is it possible? Understood, right? What I'm saying? Okay. So when we are trying to renovate, what I'm doing now is I'm building another house, right, near my house. Okay. So then we can shift 50% to here. Then we can rebuild that 50%, another house. Two houses we need to build. Otherwise, 19 people building a single house is not suitable, right? So later we can give that house to one of the sister or someone we can give, right? So good. Rather than building one house, building two houses. When I'm building, the requirement is decided by ourselves. And we give that particular requirement to the producer, developer, and they develop. This is particular job for them. So he prepared a cost card. That cost card is known as job cost card. Each and every work is a different job. Initially, we budgeted 63 lakhs LKR when we are starting to build, when I'm discussing with him. Now, it is almost 2.5 crores we need to build because of the inflation. So, whatever we plan to build by 65 lakhs, now how much I need? 2.5 crores of LKR to build somewhere around, to build that house now. My requirements, who build? The supplier. For that, he is preparing a job cost card. So each and every job, we prepare a separate job cost card. And if the particular people or the developer, they have their own profit margin. 10% profit. He prepare job cost card. At 10% profit, he will tell the price. You got my point what I'm saying? And each and every job is different. The way I build house and the way that Sugi going to build a house is different, right? So your idea might be different, right? He might need a swimming pool behind the bed. Yes or no? That is your interest. Right. So different people have different interest. So each and every job is different, not unique. Understood the characteristics of job, right? So now let's move to the job cost. Job costing is a specific order cost. Underline the word specific order because it is comes from the custom. The order is coming from the custom. And also the job cost is identify the cost of a specific job. Why it's a specific job? Each and every job is unique. Each and every job is specific. Each and every job is unique and each and every job is specific. And also another job costing example, let's take for Sugi, if you're going to marry, okay, you need to stitch suit, right? Huh? Who decide the requirement? You? Oh. For you guys, if you're going to get married, who decide the jewelries, the design, pound, gold, right? You guys are using steel? Gold, huh? Okay. Who decide the requirement, design and all? Yes, you only. You have to design. You can't design. Why? You have to wear based on your bride requirement. If she is, her color is maroon, you need to buy maroon color suit only. From that day onwards, your independence is lost. Okay. Everything is based on, you like green color, but their theme color is, let's take orange. You need to wear a suit with orange color only. You can't say, no, I don't like orange, change it. You can't say like that. Who decide the theme color? These people have to accept. Independent lust. Okay. What I'm trying to tell you is, if you all are deciding, who's give the design? You write. The gram requirement, you. Job costing. Job costing. Right. And if you are modifying your bike, how many of you are having bikes? Kishore, yes, you have bike, right? You have bike. Normally there are people who are always modifying bikes. Right. My elder brother is always modifying bike on. Right. Modification. Who decide the requirement? We decide the requirement. And we say, okay, this is what we should do. And this time when I'm coming, he said, I need a helmet. You know, XOR brand? Huh? Yes. Blue color. I know about him. Then I went to the place and I took a video call and I gave and I told the shop owner, you both deal and buy whatever, give whatever he want. Okay. And he took 15 minutes to explain what type of helmet he need. And this fellow is seeing my face. In between, there are 5-6 people came inside the shop and see, this fellow is not responding, they left. You got what I'm saying? There are people like that. Requirement. What is my requirement? I am telling 15 minutes. Then he picked that and he told 5,000 rupees. The helmet 5,000. I thought a helmet in India maybe 200, 300. So when people comes, he's telling 200 rupees, 500 rupees, 400 rupees, 1,200 rupees. I'm happy. Then 5,000 rupees. If I convert to Sri Lanka, it is how much? 25,000 rupees. But that brand is good. It is not there. In Sri Lanka, you can't find that brand. In Sri Lanka, maximum good brand is Vega or something. That brand only we have. Right. These type of brands we don't have. What I'm trying to tell you is just a helmet. See the requirement. And why he asked that? Based on that design, he need to remodify the bike. You got my point saying? After seeing that helmet, he want to remodify the bike. Now he is going to give that bike to a modification center. He will give the requirements again. Who gave the requirement? Customer. It's a specific order costing. That is job costing. So each and every job is unique, not same. Clear? So here, write it down. Example, job cost card. Write it down. Job cost card. Now I know what is going in your mind. I know. Heading job cost. What is job cost card? This is prepared by the supplier for each and every job, right? This job cost card have job number. Each job have their own job number, right? And then direct material, direct labor, direct expense. Altogether, we call this as prime cost of that job. All these are related to what? The job. Then production overhead. Then we end up with total production cost. Then we added non-production overhead. Then I end up with what? Total cost. So this is what we call job cost card. It's a cost card, but how it's differ from the normal cost card, as Sugi said, how it's differ from the normal cost card. Job cost card have job number. For a specific job, we prepare this. Suppose if my brother want to do a modification and he said, I need to modify by tomorrow. Within 1 day, do the modification. What will happen to this profit? After total cost, we add profit, right? Higher profit will be added. Huh? Urgency. Normally, we discussed accounting for labor, right? Overtime, premium and all. When someone is need work very quickly, you need to ask your employees to work overtime. That is specific order. Direct labor. You should pay more. Cost will increase. Therefore, profit also will increase. Now concentrate. Batch costing. Batch costing. What is batch costing? Did you print calendars and all? Huh? Calendars. Batch costing also specific order costing. Now let's Arivu. They're going to print calendars, right? Who decide the requirement? Whether it is a 12-page one or 6-page one. 6 means 2 months in one page, or else it's just a 1-page calendar, right? With the photos and all, 1 page, right? Or else it's a office calendar, big one or small one, 2 color or 4 color. Who decide all these requirements? Management, right? Arivu. And they decide and they set their requirement. The requirement comes from the customer, but the production is not only one product like job costing. The production is bulk. Batch costing also a specific order costing, but we are not producing one, we are producing bulk. When the batch size is expanding, what will happen to cost? Cost will reduce. Why? There are certain cost is fixed cost. For example, design cost. If you print 5 calendars, you need to design, right? If you print 5,000 calendars, you need to design. So that design cost is a fixed cost. When you print more calendars, that cost will reduce. Can you remember I teach you under cost classification, the behavior of fixed cost, unit fixed cost, reducing. Yes or no? Therefore, the batch costing, when your batch size is increasing, obviously the cost will reduce. That's why it is very cheap to purchase more quantities. If you go and buy clothes, we have that advantage. Why? How many people in the house? Big heads, 19. With the kids, it's like a mini village. Okay. If I want to buy dresses, it's cheap for me to buy like dozens. If I buy 12 saris and all, okay, 12. 1 dozen. How much? Wholesale price. Good, right? Rather than buying individual units. Even if I come to India, if I want to buy any tops or kurti or whatever, you know, right? Okay. I can buy bulk. 24 pieces. How much? Finish. Top chapter close. If I am buying individually 850 rupees means the wholesale is 300 rupees. That advantage I have. Batch size increasing means the cost will reduce. Clear? So that is what called batch costing. So how to calculate the cost of batch? Write it down. Heading write down batch costing. Under that write down cost per unit in batch. Cost per unit in batch equal total production cost of batch. The total production cost of the batch divided by number of units in batch. Number of units in batch. How many units there are in the batch. This is how we calculate unit cost. Right. Try out this question. Example number 1. He is asking what is the time. I told you no. Right? He asked, right? What is the answer? Example number 1. Sugi, if you give the correct answer for example number 2, I'll stop the class. Yes. Example number 1, get the answer. Quickly do it. Which of the following are the characteristics of job costing? B. B. C. Okay. C. Okay, Mr. Sugi. I'm not bothering about anyone. I want your answer. Don't say anything, huh? You decide the answer. If you are, wait. If your answer is correct, I will stop the class. Don't help. No. I said if your answer is correct, I will stop the class. Not for example 1, example 2. Example number 1, see. Which of the following characteristics of job costing? Concentrate. Homogeneous product. Same product. Right or wrong? Wrong. Why? Because in the batch costing it is correct. Batch costing, the products are homogeneous. But job costing it is, how we call? Heterogeneous. Okay. Customer driven production. Both are customer driven production. Batch costing also specific order costing. Job costing also specific order costing. Who identify the requirement? Customer. We produce based on the customer requirement. Both are specific order costing. Customer driven production. Correct. Production can be completed within a single accounting period. Generally, job costing is done within a short period of time. There are exceptional situations also, right? But generally, if you are building a house, that is also a job. Can we able to complete the construction within 1-2 days? You got my point. That's why I told it is not always, but generally the job costing can be finished within a short period of time. Okay, because individual jobs we are taking, so we need to complete that job as soon as possible. Otherwise, the cost will increase significantly. Understood? So the correct answer is C. The correct answer is C. Okay. Right. Example number 2. Calculate the cost of 10,000 and 20,000 leaflets. Just try out this question. Try out this question. 10,000 leaflets and 20,000 leaflets. What is the answer, Sugi? Very good. Correct. Now let's see. Jetprint Limited. Yes. What is the answer? Yeah. Which means that for this question, no answer. Then we'll do this. Then I thought if he finished, I can stop and I do this question too. You didn't finish, no. So if you want to scold, scold him. Jetprint Limited specializing in printing, advertising, leaflets. You know what is leaflets? Maybe yes. Can take notice. And it's in the process of preparing its price list. Right? When you are preparing this, first he asked what is the time. Now he is taking his phone and saying what is the time. Okay. Because of you, I won't stop it now. Because you don't have a patience until I stop the class. But actually I want to stop early, right, today. Because I have another lecture from up to 12 o'clock I want to do today. Right? From here itself, right, I can't leave out also. Once you leave, I need to start. Actually, no, seriously, actually I want to stop early. I thought of stopping at 8 o'clock. Right, but I do not want to start this question today actually, right, but because of him I'll do this. Okay, no, because of you, because you don't have patience. You don't have patience. I don't like those kind of students. When I'm saying 8 o'clock, 7:59, what is the time? I don't like that behavior. Because of that only I'm doing, right. If I stop today, tomorrow also you do the same. Okay, if I keep until 8:30, tomorrow you don't want, right. If I said 8 o'clock, I won't see today. Like that is the punishment. Okay. Because if anyone want to scold, scold him. You have any other WhatsApp groups? No, right? Create a WhatsApp group for informal communication. And yes, okay. Because of him, huh? Because of him. Jetprint specializes in printing, advertising leaflets. When you are printing leaflets, you print individual leaflet or bulk. Normally we print bulk, therefore it's a batch costing example. The most popular requirement is a folded leaflet made from a single A4 sheet. From the past record and budgeted figures, the following data is estimated for a batch of 10,000 leaflets. So the following information is given for how many leaflets? 10,000 leaflets. So one batch, how many leaflets? Batch of 10,000 leaflets. Clear? Right. Artwork is 65. Now I'll ask you a question. If you produce 20,000 leaflet, this cost is same or different? Different means for 10,000 leaflets separate artwork, another 10,000 leaflets separate artwork. You are doing only one artwork. How many units you produce? Only one artwork. Yes or no? My tute. Only 20 students means one tute. 50 students means another tute. It's not like that. Preparation cost of the tute is only one time cost. Whatever student number, it is not a problem. You got my point? Therefore, this is common cost. This is common cost. So I'll mark it because it is important. This is common cost. Machine setup. 4 hours, 22 per hour. 4 hours, 22 per hour. Once you set up the machine, even you can print 10,000 or 20,000, that is fine. You got my point? Understood? Common. Paper. Common or not? For 10,000, you need 10,000 paper. Very good. 20,000, you need 20,000 paper. But it's get varied. Ink and consumables, 40. For 10,000 and 20,000, 30,000, same or different? Different. Very good. Varied. Printers wages, 4 hours into 8. For 10,000, 8 hours. For 20,000 also 8 hours or 16 hours. 16 hours. You got my point what I'm saying? Right. Therefore it is varied. Right. Clear? General fixed cost how much? Fixed overhead 15,000 and the total 6,000 labor hours are expected to work. They ask us to calculate the cost of 10,000 and 20,000 leaflets. Shall I do this question? Right. So write down. Computation of cost. Computation of cost. 10,000 badges and 20,000 badges. The badge of 10,000 and the badge of 20,000. The badge of 10,000 and the badge of 20,000. Sugi, what is the time? 8:50. Right. Now, just you don't take serious, huh? Okay. Students, just for, you know the time, right? You all are attending this after college, huh? It's not easy. I'm also doing after a lengthy session. So if I speak only technical terms, fine. I also get tired and you guys also get tired. Okay. So to keep the class active, and you all are small kids, I can't teach in a way like I'm teaching in advanced or intermediate. Okay. It's just beginning. And the content also difficult. Right. That is the reason. So don't take anything wrong. Okay. Now, artwork. Let's move one by one. Artwork. Is it a common cost or a different cost? Even 10,000 we spend 65. Even 20,000 we spend 65. Correct? Write down. What is the second cost? Machine setup. 4 hours 22 per hour. Machine setup. So it is 4 hours 22. Once you set up, you can print any number. 88, 88. Copy this. Next one. Paper. 1000 sheet 12.5. Paper. 1000 sheet 12.5. How much? 125. But for producing 20 units, 2000 12.5. Correct? How much? 250. Madhya, understood? Ink and consumables. 40. Ink. 40 for 10,000. So 20,000? 20,000 how much? 80. Double. Printer's wage. Printer's wage. 4 hours 8. So 32. 8 hours 8. How much? 64. Clear? Because if you want to produce more, you need to spend more time. Yes, Khan. Do you have any questions? Khan? Do you have any question? Students, up to now, is it clear? Yes. Okay. Paper, 1000 papers, 1 minute. Here they said 1000 sheets, 12.5. 1000 sheets, 12.5. Okay. So here it's like this. 10,000 papers we need. Every 1000 sheet is 12.5. That's why it is 125. Okay. Here we need 20,000 sheets. Here we need 20,000 sheets. 1000 papers is 12.5. Okay. 1000 paper is 12.5. So we need 250. Now is it clear, Khan? Right. Next one, printer's wages. After that, general fixed production overhead 15,000, labor hours 600. So we need to find out what? OAR. Because they didn't give OAR. Overhead absorption rate. Budgeted overhead divided by budgeted activity level. Budgeted overhead how much? 15,000. Budgeted activity level how much? 600. Get the value? 25 per hour. How many hours we used? How many hours we used? 4 hours. Right, you can take machine hours. Or else you can take labor hours, printer's wages. Labor hours, right? So 4 hours here, it's given. So to produce 10,000 unit, 4 hour we need. So how much? 4 hour we need multiplied by 25, it is 100. So it is 100. And here it is 200. Why? 8 hours into 25 overhead. Now get the total cost. 450 and very good. So the cost of 10,000 batch is 450. The cost of 20,000 batch is 747. Kishore, what he asked?
How do you get the dental last 125 to 50?
Labor hour 4 hours. Understood? One OAR is 25 rupee for 1 hour. So 25 multiplied by 4, how much? 100. So to produce 10,000 leaflet, 100 you need to spend overhead. To produce 20,000 leaflet, 8 hours we should work. Multiplied by 25, it's 200. Is it clear? So this is the total cost. Now let's see. Now let's see. Let's calculate cost per unit. So 450, how many leaflets are there? 10,000. What is the unit cost? 0.045 per unit. For one leaflet will cost 0.05 value. What is the value for 20,000 leaflet? 3735. See, when you produce more, what will happen to your unit cost? Unit cost decreased. Unit cost decrease. Understood? Understood batch costing? Clear? Right. Sugi, what is the time? 8:24. Okay. So, yeah, 6 minutes. Copy this quickly. Example number 3. Example number 3. Example number 3. Mark it as homework. Mark it as homework. Right, with that point, I'll stop for the day. Tomorrow, I'll do this and I'll start process costing. Understood, right, what we discussed today? Understood, right? Mr. Ratnam, understood? Fine. You too? Everything clear? Right. With that point, I'll stop for the day. Okay.